Hi, I was doing Job 2, and I just wanted to share some thoughts that I had while I was doing it. And it came a time where the sons of God, and I began to wonder who are the sons of God. I'll go and study that in a sec. Came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan, later on it says they left his presence. And I remember when it says, enter his courts with thanksgiving, enter his courts with praise. But they had entered into his presence. So you have the sons of God who come and they've entered into God's presence. And Satan also knows how to get there. And God asked him, what you been up to, Satan? I do a lot of that whenever I know people are up to no good. I'm like, what you been doing? And they'll hesitate and they won't want to answer because they know they've been doing things that are facetious. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? And we all know how envy works, just like Cain slew Abel. So whenever you get a person with a bitter heart, then God already knows what their response is going to be to that person. They're not going to like them. But what I wondered is whenever he said, Satan responded about his servant Job, he said, let skin for skin, though, let me touch him. And he says, but put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee. And I wondered, why did Satan feel that way? Why did he feel? Because so many of us, the moment that we receive anything negative, we begin to curse. We begin to be like, whoa. The last thing that we do is stand up and say, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. We immediately begin to be negative. And today's topic was blind faith. And after Satan had his hand on Job, and he covered him from head to toe with boils. This is what Job's response to the whole situation of what Satan did to him. He sat down in the ashes and began to scrape himself with a potsherd. When his wife came to him talking crazy, he said, you speak like a fool, because he felt that anybody that didn't trust in God spoke as a fool. And his response was, he's going to trust God no matter what happens, no matter what it looks like. Just like Caleb, whenever he had to go in and spy out the land, it'll be hard for God to use anybody who looks at trouble and folds. Whenever trouble comes, whenever Satan comes, and I thought about Jesus, how Satan wanted to rip the flesh from him, because in his head, people like him fold whenever trouble comes. But whenever he tries people like Job, and when he tries people like Jesus, no matter how much pain they go through, they maintain their profession. I will trust God.